Hello. So, like I said, I have warned, I'm going to be. This whole opinion video right now has nothing to do with my channel. It's just me finding an excuse to vent about something I'm way too damn excited about. So, please keep that in mind. I've given you your warning now twice. So, I want to actually kind of vent some excitement I'm feeling for something specific that has nothing to. I have no affiliation. I just am really excited and I'm losing my marbles. So I figured might as well take that insanity and overexcitement and weaponize it. You know, like you do. So I'm basically going to be talking about something I am way too excited for, which is Oxventure Deadlands Season 2. Now, before we go any forwards, let me make something very clear. Do not ask me how many times I have watched every single video from that channel. I will lie my ass off, and I will tell you an infinitely lower number than I actually have watched. Okay? I will not tell the truth, and that's even with my honor code. I will keep what borderline zero pride I have. Thank you. Yeah. Believe me, I don't have much of that to begin with. When it comes down to it, I'm actually super excited about this because actually I love binge watching pretty much everything to do with Oxventure. Do not ask. Again, I will lie. When it comes down to it, I will say that I myself, thanks to this, have been kind of getting interested in uh, Deadlands. Granted, I am going to be real now, and as much as I do kind of like the sound of being a player for Deadlands, the unfortunate reality is I don't know anyone who's really marshaling for Deadlands at all on any fundamental level, which is kind of problematic. Kind of problematic. When it comes down to it, I will say I find the Deadlands world so interesting to the point where honestly I have too many characters that keep popping into my head. Some of them have stuck, some of them have not. I've made quite a few of them to the point where it is a bit blurry. Like one of my so far, like the three that I kind of have really liked that I've come up with. One of them is a former circus juggler clown turned a bodyguard for the highest bidder in order to keep his circus family, you know, housed, keep them operating and working, keeping them taken care of. Now, what I like about this is that the more I think about it, is it's kind of cool because it's a very different overall style from the rest of what I. Whenever I try and think of an idea, I try to think of what sounds different, what sounds either unorthodox or kind of just laughable, or like a walking drug show sometimes. Yeah, I remember when this idea first popped onto me, I thought it was so neat because whereas plenty of Deadlands characters are going to be like, I use a gun, I use magic, I thought, a former circus clown who is throwing knives all over the place. That's kind of different. There was one cool idea that popped in my head. The downside of this one-eyed character, though, is this just unfortunately they only work with the Oxventure world for one. But no DM is gonna say yes to it. Like, no. They will laugh and say no. But this idea that kind of popped in my head that'd be really cool is playing as the Horseman of Pestilence. Technically playing the new Horseman of Pestilence. And instead of utilizing pestilence for what you would expect, diseases and killing and stuff, what I thought was kind of cool is a character who is the Horseman of Pestilence, but who is actively utilizing themselves as a walking, talking cure-all experiment lab. I thought that was kind of cool that it was basically the idea of the Horseman Apocalypse kind of like not necessarily being guaranteed, him being kind of in this like I am trying to change the world. Not like they are. They're trying to destroy shite. I'm trying to fix shite. I kind of love that idea and just how much of it kind of creates a little bit of a cool narrative. Again, no one is going to say yes when they're marshaling because where do you even begin to balance that shite? Like, where? And I wouldn't blame nobody who ever said no to that character because, yikes. But I really thought it was such a cool kind of idea, a big twist on the narrative, whereas a lot of narratives showcase the Horsemen as violent or trying to destroy the world to fix it. The idea of one of the Horsemen, instead of working on the side of destroy to fix, instead is actively going, I'm going to offer up myself as sacrifice for the sake of fixing the world instead. I thought that was such a really cool and neat idea. Again, that would be busted as all hell because Horsemen of the Apocalypse. So, not exactly balanceable that well without tearing your hair out. But I thought they were kind of a cool idea. Another one I came up with that I'm not really a big fan of because he has a lot of issues I'd have to iron out. But basically, I have this one called Tiny. Now, Tiny, very small person. You'd never guess that from the fact that they are angry. Basically, picture angry elf. Yes, from Buddy the Elf. Yes, that one. Picture that. Tiny little angry. That mixed with the fact that he'd be more of a kind of a bare knuckles brawler kind of sounded really. One, it sounded funny because big person gets stomped out by little person. That sounds kind of funny. Yeah, I just kind of loved the sound of the character. It sounded so very different. I typically like having my characters be a bit different either from the status quo or different from the team I'm working with, at least. I try. That's not always an option. But I kind of loved that idea. And honestly, the worst part is you leave me alone long enough with Deadlands, I'll probably have 60 more characters. And what's worse off is probably half of them will be named. Don't get me excited for anything. But yeah, honestly, I cannot wait for the next season of it, and I'm honestly very much looking forward to, especially since I can't remember if it was stated definitely that they were going to be continuing the characters that were already in, or if they were going to be doing whole new characters. I'm like chomping at the bit and losing my mind a little, so that's always fun. Um, I am gonna have to put into the tags probably of this video Oxventure, which I probably should have thought of when making this video, but I'm too excited and too, um, excited. So ultimately, I cannot wait for the next season, and honestly, I keep going back to the calendar, staring at my phone's calendar, just like, is it time? Is it time? Time? Deadlands? Deadlands. Deadlands! Deadlands! No? Yes? Yes, yes? No? No? Yes? Now? Now? Yes? No? Now. The number of conversations I have had with myself on is it time yet for Deadlands Season 2 has been quite impressive even for my bat crap crazy butt. Even for my sentient drug addict self, even my walking, talking acid trip of an existence is kind of impressed with how much I've been talking to myself, saying, is it Deadlands time yet? Does that say I have a problem? An addiction? Probably all the above. Do I care? No! Not really. No. Niet. So I hope you managed to laugh at my excessive, ridiculous, probably seeming excitement, and I hope you managed to bear with me because I'm not gonna lie, the review, not looking forward to it, but I'm even less looking forward to that Avowed impression video. But I'm gonna do it, even if it kills my soul. So yeah, that'll be fun. Yeah. I will see you all as soon as possible. See ya.